Alright friends, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing our 3.3C Graphing Shadows lab. As you can see, I'm out in my yard, so you're going to have to excuse all of the birds that you hear. So we're outside because we need the sun. So what I've done here is I've kind of set up my area out into my yard where it's going to be in direct sunlight. Okay, so let me kind of go over the materials we have here. I kind of switched it up, and you can kind of switch it up too, depending on what you have at the house. So you're going to need a sheet of paper. You can use your notebook if you want. I just grabbed a piece of paper and I set it on a notebook. Okay, a marker, a small ball of modeling clay. You don't need this if you can figure out something. You just need something that's going to stand upright. Okay, you can see I just used a flashlight. So the ball of modeling clay is to give a base to your pencil so that you can kind of set it in place so it kind of sits like this. Okay, but I don't have clay here at the house. If you do, cool. You're going to pretty much put the clay at the bottom of your pencil and you'll just kind of set it like this. But I use a flashlight. If you have anything else that will allow you to kind of set up so it, you know, so that it can just sit in the middle of your paper, you're good. All right. A compass. I didn't use a compass. I used my phone GPS just to kind of show you which way is north. And then once you find out which way is north, you set, I just drew an arrow at the top of my paper that says north, so I know which way north is when I'm recording my shadows here. Okay, and then a watch or a clock, and this is just so you know what time it is, so you can write the time in which you went and checked. A ruler, and then assorted heavy objects or tape. You only need this to hold down your paper. My paper is pretty heavy. It's just the back of one of these packets. So, and then my flashlight, it's also pretty heavy, so it's going to hold this down, no problem. Okay, so that's my whole setup here. All right, so the first question you're going to answer in your notebook, you know, how will the shadow change throughout the day, and what do you think causes this change? So you'll write those predictions, and we'll kind of go over that tomorrow. But basically, I mean, when you're looking at the shadow here, how do you think it's going to change? Do you think it's going to change? Or do you think it's going to stay the same all day? And then what do you think is making this shadow do whatever it's doing? All right. So number 2. So this just gives you instructions on how to set up your little sundial thing. So form a ball of clay, position the clay over the dot, and press the clay down just enough to stay in place, and then press the pencil in the clay so that the pencil stands straight up. So basically it wants you to find the center of your paper, put a dot, put the clay at the bottom of your pencil and set it up. Or you can do what Mr. Annan did, put your flashlight in the middle of your paper. Okay. Number 3. Use the compass to find north and draw an arrow on your paper to show which way is north. I used my phone and I did that. North is this way. Okay. So number 4, use a marker to trace the pencil shadow on the paper. Write the time next to the tracing. So I don't have a marker. I just have my pencil here. So what I'll do is I'll trace this with my pencil. Oops, got my hand in the way there. And I can kind of just shade this in. And I might go find a marker later. So color in your shadow here. Okay, and then you'll write what time it is. And I'm not sure what time it is right now. I'll have to look when I shut my phone off here, turn off my recorder. So what you'll do is you'll write the time. So I'm gonna guess it's pretty close to like 8 o'clock. So I'll write 8 a.m. Okay. And so we're done with this recording. So number 5 says repeat step 4, which is what we just did, during the day 2 more times. Once around noon and then once during the afternoon. If needed, trace each shadow, tape another sheet of paper to finish the first sheet. So if you start running out of room, it says you can add another piece of paper. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to check, I'm going to come check on this around lunchtime, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trace where the shadow is, and I'm going to write what time it is. And then it says do one more in the afternoon. So you're only going to need a total of 3 different recordings on your paper. All right, if you want to do more, go for it. It's up to you. But we're only going to do 3 for the project here. All right, and then step 6 is the last thing you'll do today. When you're all done and you've recorded at least 3 measurements, okay, pick everything up and bring it inside. All right, so I'm going to leave this outside, so it'll stay. This is going to stay in place all day. Okay, and so yours should stay in place all day. So hopefully you don't have any like dogs or anything that are going to come and eat your eat your shadow setup. But if there are, you can always pick it up, bring it back inside, and then when it's time to record again, come and bring it out, set it in the same spot, and then do another recording. Okay, so I'll be on from 1 to 2 o'clock today in Google Meets. If you guys have any questions or you want to talk to me about your setup or anything like that, that'd be awesome. All right, guys, hope you guys have a great day and happy recording. Also, real quick, we will be doing part 2 of this on the other side tomorrow. So we're actually going to be making a graph, okay, with our shadow data. All right, but guys, have a great day.